Yeah.
And they said they had him in the beach, and he kind of went like this to the side, not straight. He says, "Sailor, uh, the straightest
He's
line between
talking
two
about Patton.
points is the straightest line. I want to get in there in a hurry." He said, "Sir," he said, "you see that barge up there in front of us, landing barge, big LCT? They throw out an anchor about 1,000 feet with a cable on it
Yeah.
to pull them off the beach.
Yeah.
In other words,
They can't power off.
they don't have power enough to help them off the beach, especially if they get jammed on it." He said, "If I get tangled up in that cable, you won't get to the beach. Carry on, Sarah, carry on."
Now tell me the four invasions you did again. I didn't have the video going.
Yela, Sicily,
Okay.
Salerno, that's in Italy,
Okay.
on up the line. Then I come back to there was another invasion made that I wasn't in on it, and it was Anzio while I was gone to the States. Didn't use as much power and everything else. It was a jump was chasing well, the Italians and the Germans back up Italy, and they wanted to go up ahead and head them off to keep them from fighting them down here. In other words, they'd turn loose, had to fight the rear as well as the front. So that was in purpose.
So the third one was Omaha Beach and Normandy. And the fourth one you said was southern France.
Southern. And
Wow.
we carried the Japanese Americans into the beach in southern France. In fact, we practically went into the town and there in southern France, one of the Riviera sections of the beach, kind of secluded, swimming there and everything.
Wow.
And the Germans are still fighting down there because we pulled in there and they were fighting. You see the Americans, there was a brick concrete block building there. And they was in that concrete block building. And they were pecking at the Americans down below. We was on a ship sitting up there and the harbor went right up to the shore. It was a deep harbor. And we were sitting there watching it. And they said to one of the destroyers out here, "How about sending salvo ships through that building there? They're pecking at us and pestering us." So they sent a couple of shells through there, and of course they made holes through the side of the building, and made dust there, and they come out.
Yeah.
There was about, I think there was 4.
Yeah.
And they took them aboard our ship. They had concrete dust all over it.
I get you in practice tomorrow, you doing good. Yeah, exactly, right? Let me grab my water.
A lot of people don't understand the role of the Coast Guard. I had a friend in high school, of course, Vietnam was going on. He thought he did real good right when he graduated. He got into the Coast Guard. So where did they send him? He was on a little boat going up the rivers in Vietnam.
Yeah.
It was not a good duty.
Oh, so Coast Guard isn't necessarily our coast,
No,
That's right.
they get attached.
Any coat.
They get
any coast. Oh.
when it suits them, they get attached to the Navy and they support them.
Now, we did have some Navy personnel on our ship.
Yeah.
I think with the pharmacist mates. And at one time, we had 9 doctors on the ship. Now, they were to take care of the wounded that we, in other words, we went, carried the men to the beach. About the third wave, we went back in there. The pharmacist mates, some of them had been unloaded. They'd done bandaged up the wounded.
Yeah.
We put them in the boats, carried them back to the ship where they were doctored.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a twofold purpose. No, they've missed us several times. And I started to write a book.
Curtis!
And I don't know. I just got lazy, I reckon.
What you need is to get,
But I was gonna make it the hand of God,
there you go.
because I've been in as about 5 different times. I'll get around to them maybe later. That there's one time I was going into the beach. All the boats was lined up here. And when I was going in there, the blanket bombers,
Yeah.
you could see them up there. They looked like little old toys. They were so high. In fact, I saw one of them get shot out of the sky up there. They're just a big puffer. And the other, they flew in threes. And it knocked the other 2 planes kind of out like this. And it looked like, as high as it was, didn't look like there's a piece big as fist that fell. In other words, it just like that. But they blanket bombed, I said blanket bomb. They come in there and they drop their bombs. This is kind of offset. They drop their bombs. They drop their bombs. And it, a lot of those, they mined it with mines. And Bangalore torpedoes, well, no, that wasn't it. But with mines, they had the type that jump up and explode and they got like that high. So you see what that did take care of them in. There was barbed wire all over the place. They had Bangalore torpedoes. There was tubes that they had dynamite in them. And you could put one tube into another, and it's about 8-10 foot long, and slide it under that roll of wire, and then put another one on there and slide it under there till you got the wire pretty well taken care of, and then set it off, and it exploded and made you a trench to get into the past the barrier. So there's all kinds of things that soldiers had on.
But you felt the hand of God was on you for all your near misses?
Yes, ma'am.
So
I was going into the beach, and I got off, and the blanket bombing in there. And I noticed, you know, they'll calibrate a big gun will. You could see the water plunk up between me and the next boat. And then about 10 foot, plunk up. I said, he's calibrating of us coming in here. And the one that was supposed to have fell in the boat fell short up there about like that little house. And for some reason, it was right in the line. For some reason, they'd shoot me more. I call that the
hand of God.
hand of God. Because
Amen.
if it would have landed in that landing box, there wouldn't have been nothing with all the ammunition, everything we had in, there wouldn't have been splinters in it. So,
So Keith can get you his phone or a little recorder